March. I am so ready for a new month, and even more, I am so ready for a new season. To me, March signals the start of spring. I know that's not completely accurate. I think the equinox is actually like the 20th of March, but for me, March, April, May, those are the spring months in my book, and boy oh boy, am I ready for winter to be over. I don't know why this one in particular has felt quite so tough for me. I think we all have our own winters that are tougher than others, but this one for me has been rough. So we are going to spend the next few days together entering spring, entering March on the right foot. I've already been doing a bit of laundry this afternoon. I have some more to do. There is large piles sat right there, so I'm going to tackle that in just a second. I've got a health appointment tomorrow. I really want to, over the next few days, make my hot cross buns. I say mine, they're not mine, they're Mary Mary's. But in my family, they're Ellen's hot cross buns because I make them every year. And this year I want to make them once before Easter because they're so good. It's the best hot cross bun recipe in the world. It does take ages, I warn you now, but they are, if you like hot cross buns, even if you don't, I reckon these would convert you. So we're gonna make those, and then I also really just want to have a sit down and go through all my goals for the month and do a bit of a monthly reset. I've heard you, I know some of you have said to bring my monthly reset videos back. So I do want to sit down, go through those goals. I also never actually set my goals for 2025. I think that just shows you I'm such a goal setter, and that just shows you how all over the place I am. I've now finished off my vision board. Taken me a full 2 months to do that, and I've set my 2025 goals. I've updated my Notion template. I found a really good free one that does like a yearly reset. Anyway, we'll look through that, I'll show you everything. But we're just gonna have a few days resetting, starting spring, starting March on the right foot. I really need it. I'm excited about it, or I'm excited for how excited I'll feel once we've done it all. For now though, laundry's calling. Here we go. This is your new favourite weekday dinner, I promise you. I've put the recipe in the description box so you can follow step by step exactly how to do it, but a few tips from me. Make sure the oil is really hot before you start crisping up your tofu, and go crazy with the toppings. This spiced kimchi isn't in the recipe, so good. I also have little black sesame seeds that I like to sprinkle all over the top. Get yourself some crispy chili oil. Oh, the crispy stuff is so spicy, but it's so delicious. So really go for it with the toppings. It makes all the difference, but it's the easiest midweek dinner ever, and it's so good every single time. You can obviously also swap out the protein for whatever you want it to be. I love tofu, but if you want it to be chicken or prawns or whatever, go for it. And then it was time to chill on the sofa. At the moment, we are watching the new White Lotus. Who else is watching it with us? It's so painful. We only get one episode a week. And the other really good thing about this recipe is you can make the batches as big as you like. So I ended up having loads of tofu left over because I just cook the entire block. And then I've got protein just ready and waiting in a Tupperware for me whenever I need it. And of course, have to have a sweet treat. I had a packet of these toaster waffle things waiting. So a bit of Greek yogurt, some cinnamon sprinkled over the top, and some strawberries with a waffle after dinner. Heaven. Hello guys, happy Wednesday. I have just pulled up because I've got an appointment in actually a decent amount of time. I think it's in like half an hour, but if you know hospitals, finding the right wing is like impossible. So this part of the vlog isn't necessarily very reset related or like welcoming spring related. You can also see the weather today is absolutely horrific. So it's forgotten the spring memo since yesterday. But I wanted to include this anyway, just because I feel like it's such an important topic. I think it's such an important thing that I just wanted to talk about it anyway. So I have got an appointment for my PAP, smear, cervical screening, whatever you call your test. I have got an appointment at the hospital now. So I wanted to put this in here to say, this is your reminder. If you are due your cervical smear PAP test, then now is the time to get it booked in. Like, book it in. It's such an important thing to do. About 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I actually can't even remember, maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I had my cervical screening and I came back, my results actually came back with precancerous cells, which meant that since then they have kept a very close eye on me and they've had to do a few procedures to try and reduce or take out those precancerous cells, which is where I'm at today. So I need to go back and have a updated cervical screening smear test to double check that everything is still fine. It's been fine now for like a year and those cells have gone, but they're doing a double check to make sure that everything is still absolutely fine, because I was at the higher end of the risk spectrum for it turning into something nasty, that they keep a very good eye on me. The NHS is just amazing. I can't get over how good they've been. When you get your smear test or when you get your cervical screening, if there is anything even remotely abnormal, the way they keep on top of you and track it, honestly, they send me text reminders, email reminders. They book in my appointment for me 6 months by 6 months. I have to come in every 6 months to have a check. They organize it all, they schedule everything. I don't have to do a thing. They send me all the text reminders and then I go in and the nurses are so lovely. If you have never had a cervical screening or a smear test before, and the reason you haven't had yours booked in is because you're nervous about it or you're worried about it, I promise it's okay. It is a little bit uncomfortable for some people. Personally, the cervical screening or like the smear test is like fine for me. Of course, it's a little bit unsettling having like your legs fully up in a stirrup in a room full of nurses and doctors, or really a nurse and a doctor. Like, of course that is a little bit uncomfortable, but I promise it's absolutely fine. The nurses in the NHS or the nurses in general are just next level superheroes, and they always make you feel so comfortable. And if there is anything wrong and you have to have the next level up, like I've had to have some slightly more painful procedures since to have those cells removed, again, the nurses, like the care they take of you is so good. They like hold my hand and I'm like squeezing their hand and they're so wonderful. Anyway, so I've got that appointment now. I'm praying that my results this time are like, I'm like fully discharged from the hospital and I no longer need to, because basically I'm in Tooting. I keep having to drive back to the hospital in the centre of London because it was the closest hospital to me when I lived in Clapham. And anyway, it's now a bit of a drive for me to get all the way into central London to go to this particular hospital. Anyway, I'm rambling. All this to say, it literally was just meant to be one sentence, which is, this is your reminder to book in your cervical screening test. If you've been meaning to get yours booked in for a while because it's your follow-up one, then do it now. If you've never had one before and you've been putting it off because you're a bit nervous about it, do it. I promise, absolutely fine. And it's one of those things that's just, I mean, our health is it's the most important thing to us. Without our health, just everything in your whole life is impacted. What is that phrase that's like, you have 99 problems until you have a health problem and then you only have one problem, or something like that, which just kind of puts it all into perspective. Anyway, ladies, go book your tests. I'm now gonna go have mine. I've got my book with me, so that's good. I can sit and read for a bit because I'm a little bit early, but yeah, I always underestimate how long it takes to actually find the right ward or the right wing. And I end up like doing laps around the hospital, even though I've been to this one now like probably 4 times. Right, I'm gonna go do that and then I'll chat to you when I get back, let you know how it went, and then we'll probably have a chill day on the sofa because I do often feel, depending on what they do to me today, if they take a biopsy of tissue, then that I don't love and I end up kind of out for the count on the sofa for the rest of the day, but it's still worth it. And if it's just a cervical screening test, then we're gonna have a great day because that's just, you're in and out in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's the quickest thing ever. You know, I'm gonna put my raincoat on. It's pouring with rain and I will see you in just a bit. Oh, and just like that, I'm all done. Oh my gosh, I'm like actually a bit cold now because when I was in there, it was so warm and it was like, I got so sweaty because I actually had a male doctor, which you can definitely, oh sorry, you're like bobbling all over the place. Stay well now. I actually had a male doctor, which you can definitely request not to have. I never bother because they've always been great. Anyway, he was the sweetest man in the world. He was so cute and he was so chatty and so just like really sweet and really nice. Anyway, and the person before me, the lady before me, cancelled her appointment or didn't show up. So he had like all this extra time and saw me a bit early, and he was just chatting and chatting. Anyway, he was so nice. He made me feel very comfortable. Anyway, so I actually did have a biopsy, which as soon as he said he was going to biopsy it, I was like, oh no, do you have to? I hate it so much. But not enough for you not to go and get yours done. But anyway, I had the biopsy, which is obviously where they like snip a bit out, which is not painful. Afterwards, I get like a period cramp, which is painful, but it's actually fine. But I just like sweat a lot when I'm nervous and stressed, and like now I'm a bit cold. Anyway, it's all done. That's a massive tick off the list. I'm not sure it really counts as like a monthly reset activity, but we have got it done this week, which is a great thing to get done. So get yours done. It was absolutely fine. Everyone's so nice. Sometimes I hate hospitals. And then other times I'm walking around a hospital and I'm like, I feel like in another life I could have worked here. I feel like in another life, I don't know, I could have worked here. There's just such a community vibe about hospitals or working within a particular like wing or a ward of a hospital, and like all the nurses that were there and the doctors. I don't know, it was kind of a vibe. It was kind of a vibe. And you're just doing such like the most worthwhile work, Anyway, it's pouring with rain. You can probably barely hear me because of all the rain hitting the windshields. I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna put on probably something comfy. Enough yapping, or I can stop my parking now, and I'm gonna head home. So I'll see you a bit later. So I thought today we could talk a little bit about goals for March, goals for spring, to be honest, goals for 2025, because I never did that with you. We did like a bit of a vision board, never actually went through our goals. I didn't just not do it with you, I also just haven't set my goals for 2025, and I think perhaps that's why I've been feeling a bit all over the place the start of this year. I think I am somebody that does thrive on goals and like knowing where I'm going and like knowing where to focus my energy that will lead to me having like a more fulfilled, happy life. Or I mean, I don't know the right way to put it, but I just think I'm a goals kind of person. They make me feel good. I like knowing that I'm heading in a direction that I've decided will make my life better. And I just hadn't really done that for 2025 because I was trying to work out why I found it so hard. And even sitting down doing it this morning, like I've been doing it for a couple of hours. And I think the reason I found it so hard is because over the last however many years, I've always had like at least one pretty big thing on the horizon. And last year was probably like the biggest year that I've had to date. Cameron turned 30, I turned 30, we got engaged, and I had like the biggest career shift ever, leaving my corporate job. And so it was just like such a massive milestone year. And the year before that was buying our first home. The year before that, was it the year before that? The year before that was like falling in love again. And the year before that was like the biggest breakup I've ever been in. Like, I just feel like there's always been really big things. And this year feels like quite a like quiet year, relatively speaking. And it's kind of a year for me to enjoy just me and probably like my last selfish year fully. And then Cameron and I's last full like selfish year before we like grow our family, whether that's with like babies or puppies or whatever. And like the wedding is next year, it's not this year. So I just feel like I've been like, well, what is this year? What is this year? Like a whole year that's quite neatly packaged to just enjoy the efforts that I've put in so far for Cameron and I to just spend the year being engaged and in love, and just me enjoying getting to do my dream job. But I don't know why it's felt so directionless. And I'm not usually a super anxious person, but over the last few weeks I've been so anxious and I've been overthinking everything to like the nth degree. So I knew I needed like a bit of a goal setting to try and point me in the right direction. Anyway, I've just waffled so much. I found a really good Notion template for goal setting specifically. So I've been building that into like my bigger Notion template. Let me know if you, I downloaded Notion just under a year ago, and I've basically since then been trying to build like my dream template that organizes my life in all the different ways. And I know you guys have been asking me to talk you through my template before, and I've just not felt like it's ready enough. I'm probably being too much of a perfectionist, but I just don't want to share with you something that I'm not 100% happy with, and that I think that I basically want to be able to share it and then you to be like, cool, I can follow all these things. But let me know if you actually want it, because if you do, I will focus in on like neatening it up, because some of it's got like my random notes and thoughts all over it. Okay. So, as I said, I have been doing a bit of goal setting. To be honest, the stuff that I've been looking at has been mostly like 2025 overall, and then I figured we could drill down together into actually this month. In terms of looking back at last year's goals, it feels like a little bit too late in the year to do that properly. I mean, I can a little bit. I think the main ones I did, or like the main ones in the top of my mind, the big bucket ones, were like maintaining financial security for the whole year, which I managed to do. Cameron and I split all of our bills right down the middle. So like our mortgage is split down the middle, all of our food, all of our Netflix and Spotify and water and electricity, etc. Like everything is exactly split. And it was very important to me that when I switched to doing YouTube that remained the case, that I was continuing to pay exactly half of everything, and we managed to keep up with that. To be honest, even if I hadn't been able to do that, it wouldn't have been Cameron's money that I would have taken. I would have dipped into my own savings, but we managed to maintain financial like security and stability throughout the entire last year, which was great. We went on all the trips that we wanted to go on. I think the only one that I haven't talked about was like because obviously my big career milestone, leaving my 9 to 5, although that was not necessarily like a goal that I had set myself, because that kind of happened like a little bit spontaneously. I feel like it's kind of been long enough now since I left that I can talk about it a little bit more. But basically it got to the point with my 9 to 5 where they found out that I had my YouTube channel and they decided that they didn't really like it and they wanted me to stop posting altogether. They didn't want any references to, I never mentioned the company that I worked for. I only ever used generic terms about like working in consulting and what my job description was, which of course was nothing like secret or anything, but they used to have a policy, a social media policy that my YouTube channel like completely complied with, but they were in the process of writing a new one and it wouldn't have complied with the new one. And so I had to choose between staying at my 9 to 5 and doing my 9 to 5 and leaving YouTube altogether, or leaving my 9 to 5 and just focusing on YouTube. And I chose obviously YouTube over my 9 to 5. And I know some people, and especially at the time, there's still obviously some people now, but especially at the time everyone was like, please stay at your 9 to 5, like that's all the content that I'm here for, etc. And at the time, because my videos were being watched by my employer so much, it just didn't feel like I could talk about it really honestly. But I couldn't have ever given you both, or I couldn't anymore give you both. When I was able to give you both, like that was part of their old social media policy. And anyway, so I'm still sorry that I can't give 9 to 5 videos, because sometimes I still get comments from people being like, I'm so sad that you don't still work at your 9 to 5, and like those are the videos that I really enjoyed. But unless I could get a job somewhere else, but it would probably have to be a completely different field and I wouldn't be qualified for that. And anyway, the 9 to 5s, it was taken out of my hands unfortunately, but that was a big one. The other big one that I then set for myself was 60,000 subscribers, which I didn't hit. I think I hit it. We can look up in my analytics when I actually hit 60,000. I think it was about 2 weeks into January. So I was about two and a half, something like that, weeks behind my goal, which I'm okay with. That's pretty close. Did you see what I bought?
Access, presumably that's a ticket to something.
It is a ticket.
Sure.
Yeah.
What is it?
Sabrina.
But we're really going to see Sabrina.
No, we're not. We're going to see Olivia. They're both good. It's like the ultimate 4.
So when is Sabrina? So you managed to get one?
2.
You got one for me too?
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. When are we going?
You can choose if you really want to go to both. The 6th of July.
Summer.
Yeah, it's basically the same. It's the same event as Olivia, but like the following weekend.
So
No, it's not. Well, they just released. The tickets just came out.
So that event goes for a whole week.
8 days.
You don't sleep there.
No, you don't sleep there. We're not. I'm
Not in Hyde Park.
Not in Hyde Park.
That'd be weird.
Anyway, so I got tickets.
Fun. You excited?
Yeah.
So we're going 2 weekends in a row festival then?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready to party with me?
Yeah.
You get glittered up. You gonna come?
I'm only gonna get glittered up if you get glittered up.
I'm not getting glittered. But I'm gonna dress fun.
Oh, but you look so pretty with the glitter.
Okay, maybe I'll have glitter. Convince me.
Okay, that's a slight distraction, but that's also a reason that I'm in a very good mood today, because I got Sabrina tickets. They just released another day for British Summertime at Hyde Park for Sabrina. Cameron actually already bought me to see Olivia Rodrigo, which was so nice of him. So we're going to that. And then Sabrina just released another date, so I just bought a ticket for him. If he might not want to go and see both Olivia Rodrigo with me and Sabrina Carpenter, so I'll give him an out if he would like one. I've now got tickets to see both, which is amazing, which means the only person that I really wanted to go and see live in 2025 is Gracie Abrams, and I don't have tickets. This vlog will actually come out before the show, so this is me saying I'm willing to sell my soul for tickets if anyone has tickets to her at the O2. Like literally next week, I will do anything. Please, can I come with you if you've got a spare one going, or if you've got any you're just trying to get rid of, like I'll buy them, give them to me. Anyway, I'd love to go see Gracie, but let's focus back in. I hit 60 on the 23rd of Jan, so I was 3 weeks late to my goal. And hopefully that's a good sign to you as well. You don't have to hit your goals like specifically spot on, but it's worth setting big goals because you might just hit them. Anyway, this new 2025 reset template that I found, I love it. So I wanted to just show it to you quickly, because in case you haven't done your reset yet for this year, or in case you want to just start it now, I mean, you really don't have to start this in January. I mean, I'm clearly not starting it in January. I think it's such a good one. Whoever it was that made it, her name's Nika, who made it. Okay, so this is the template, 2025 reset. I love the quote at the top already. Get in, babe, we're changing your life. Look how well thought out this is. So there's a checklist at the beginning for you to do at the beginning of the year, or I've just been going through mine now. A physical reset, so declutter everything, organize everything, do a digital declutter. I still need to do that. I'm going to do that for March. I'm basically doing a mini version of all of these for March. So I've done my physical, I still need to do my digital. 2024, reflect and review. So review the goals you accomplished, habits you stuck to, trips you took, new experiences you had, look at the vision board, we've already done that together. There's a whole journaling prompt section, which is here, 2024 at a glance. So you can like look through all of that. Complete your wheel of life, that's all in here as well. In fact, let me just click on it and you can see there's like a wheel of life where you can mark out of 10 how you think you were against each of these like key categories of life, which is really fun. And then you can start setting your 2025 plan. So what's your theme for the year? What's your one big thing? Which I think that's the thing that I was saying at the beginning that I feel like I've been missing for 2025 so far, that's been making me just feel a little bit off kilter and a little bit directionless. And even knowing that my direction for the year is to just be where my feet are at and enjoy the year and not have some huge milestone to work towards, and just enjoy myself and focus on the present, and just knowing that that's the goal, is just be where your feet are at, somehow just adds like a clarity to me and makes me feel so much more settled. So love that. Quote, create the vision board, set the 2025 goals, the habits, the wish list, etc. They provide like a whole load of journaling prompts to actually help you on that process. You can start going through all those prompts and then you insert each of the things here, and then you can start looking at goals. And I love this as well because it's kind of like Kanban board style where you can move things around. And if you click into one of these, you can also set when you're going to do it. So if you're like, oh, this year I really want to run a half marathon, you can say you want to do that in Q3. I just think it's great. You guys know, if you've been around for a while, that I always split my goals into personal, career and finance. So I could set each of these three across the top here to set exactly what I want my goals to be. I also love the idea of having a wish list that's outside of goals. I think that just adds a little something extra, that's kind of some sprinkling of fairy dust on top of your goals, which can be a little bit more logical, and a wish list can just be things that are like a bit more fun. Like I think I'd add things into my wish list that were probably more superficial things, like if it was a particular place I really wanted to travel to, if it was a particular like handbag or purchase that I really wanted to make, stuff that just make it more light-hearted, that don't have to be so serious as to big goals you want to accomplish. So I love having the wish list as well. It's all just so fun. Anyway, so I've started to fill out my own one of these, and I found like a quote that I really love. I want to show you as well my updated vision board for 2025, because you saw me start it, but I don't think you saw me finish it. I don't think you saw the finished version. So this is what it currently looks like. So if we start top left, I've got me running with a friend, I've got bookish stuff, and I've got the quote, make it happen girl, shock everyone, which kind of applies to like both my career stuff and just really wanting to be super successful in running my own business. It also applies to fitness and exercise, because would it shock everyone if I all of a sudden was an actual runner? Yes, it would. So make it happen. And then on this side of the board, I've also got me with my 100k plaque and the 50k followers. I was actually debating at one point deleting these two things because I think setting goals that are around something I can't actually control is not often productive. I mean, I did hit 60k-ish. I obviously failed within 2024, but I hit it a few weeks later. But it's so arbitrary. I hope more people will find this corner of the internet so we can all there can just be more of us, because I love this community so much, but I can't necessarily control it. But they're in there because I'd love to see those numbers at the end of the year, but we'll see how we go. And then I've got a picture of Cameron on here and a little quote that says pretty brown eyes and a mind full of thoughts, because that's just like the most perfect description of Cameron ever. His eyes are insane. I know I'm biased, but his eyes are insane. They're like amber, gold flecked, brown, teddy bear chocolate, like perfection. I can't explain them. And nobody has more thoughts in his head than that man. Anyway, so we want to make sure that we get away to the sea somewhere, whether that's UK based sea, whether we go abroad this year. We don't have any major trips planned. And then I've obviously got lots of pictures that are bookish and journaling and home, and I've got a few pictures on here of like, some of these are just pictures that like spoke to me. Like, I love this yellow cardigan so much. I'm on the hunt for a perfect yellow cardigan just like this one. I love this girl's hair. That's exactly what I want my hair to look like long but lots of choppy layers. I really want to get back into baking. I don't feel like I've been baking this much. I've talked through some of these already. The picture of hosting, like I want to host some more, especially in the spring, summertime. I want to bring more of the outside in. I think the house would just look so much lovelier if we had more plants and foliage and flowers inside. I don't really bother buying many flowers for the house in the winter time because it just doesn't feel natural to at that time of year, but now spring's back, we can have flowers in the house again, have some plants, and just basically all of these images make me feel calm and peaceful. And the other quote that I've got in here is, slow down, you're doing fine, because I think that is how I have been feeling the first few months of the year, like the exact opposite of that, just rushing around all over the place. My brain was chaotic, my energy was chaotic, and I was feeling like I was really behind against I didn't know what, and I think it's because I hadn't set a goal, so therefore I just felt behind in life and I was feeling very anxious, and actually everything's great. They're just like, slow down, take a deep breath, and home is what makes me feel good. So that is the 2025 vision board, and I'm so happy with it. And then the coolest thing is that I can then pop it in here and you can write yourself a letter to your future self, which I also think is so fun. So I can write myself a letter and then read it at the end of 2025. That is probably the whole template. I think I've shown you everything and chatted for way too long. In terms of my actual goals for March, I'm doing 10k steps a day for the whole of the month. I've been doing that already in February. I know I mentioned that. Are you guys still doing it with me? Is anyone still doing it with me? I think I do really want one of those walking pads, but it almost feels like a bit of a redundant time to buy it now that the weather's getting slightly nicer. So far, I've missed 3 days of doing the 10k steps. So I'm kind of on track with it. I mean, I was never expecting a 100% success rate. So we're still going, we're still keeping on track. This is your reminder, this is my reminder to myself. I'm definitely not on track for that today. I haven't been outside yet at all today. So 10k steps we're aiming for, and hopefully those will then turn into runs soon. I want to get out 8 videos a month. 8 videos a month is always my goal. I'm thinking that I might pick a couple of months in the year where it's less than that, because I think I find doing 8 videos a month every single month not possible, as you guys know. Like, sometimes my consistency then drops. So I'd rather schedule in when there's going to be less videos that month so that it's a little bit more reliable for you and I feel less like I'm failing when I don't get up 8 videos a month. So March will definitely be 8 videos a month. There's no reason why that shouldn't be the case this month. There's no like other big life events that will get in the way. A mix of weekly vlogs and reading challenges. I really want to do more weekly vlogs this month. I'm loving filming them. Let me know if you like watching them or if you prefer it when the vlogs are like all different random things, but I'm quite enjoying just like spending the entire week with you and bringing you along with me. I think that's really fun. I really want to revive my TikTok this month. TikTok, I'm coming for you. I love scrolling on there. It's such a fun app to be on. I just don't love posting on it because I also see like comments on TikTok. Sometimes they're not the nicest. And right now I think I only have like 2,000 followers on TikTok. So I'm very small, but obviously the more people watch your videos, the more some of the less kind people in the world come out of the woodwork and start commenting. So I'm scared to post on TikTok, but I love TikTok, so I feel like I should contribute to the app because I do really enjoy scrolling on it. I've also been loving Pinterest right now. Oh my gosh. Pinterest, I think, is my favorite app out of all of them. I love Pinterest. It always makes me feel good. It always makes me feel inspired. I don't get like crazy addicted to it for hours. I think I can get sucked into it for like 15 minutes and come away from it feeling like, oh my gosh, life is so beautiful, because the app is just lovely. Personal goals for the month of March. I want to find my wedding dress this month. I think we're getting close to finding it, but I haven't found it yet. But we're going next week, which will be really fun. I also need to book an eye test. Such a boring one, but I think I need glasses. So never worn glasses before. I'm not really sure they suit me especially much, but I think I'm really starting to need them. My eyes get very tired by the end of the day, and things are starting to not look as clear as they once were. So I really want to book an eye test to see if I need some glasses. And then finance stuff, I think I'm pretty good in terms of all of our finances are so well structured, and I do give Cameron full credit for that. We have certain days of the month when all of the money leaves my account, goes into our joint, and then everything leaves our joint to pay off all of the different bills and our mortgage, etc. So that's how we do it. We each pay into a joint pot, and then everything leaves from the joint pot. And then any money that we might have left over in that joint pot, because like all groceries come out of there as well. If we ever have any money left over in the joint pot at the end of the month, then we'll go on a date night and spend that money, which is really nice. But I really want to do some personal saving for the stuff that kind of sits outside of the wedding budget. So I'd love to, like 6 months before the wedding, to start investing a bit more in my skincare, have some nice facials. And I haven't saved for things like my wedding shoes or any wedding jewelry I might want to wear, or a wedding perfume would be so fun to go and choose like a signature scent that I either wear like on the run up to the wedding so that it's not completely new for that day, or like it's completely new for that day. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but the budget includes all the big stuff, and we've got all that money there. We didn't want to spend more than we had for our wedding, but there's extra stuff that I haven't budgeted for, and everybody says that the closer you get to your wedding, the crazier the cost, like they just start flying out of nowhere. And I think it's these little things that people mean by that. So I'd love to start saving just a bit of money each month, so that when it comes to buying those like extra fun bits, I've got a little bit of a pot for that. But yeah, I think that is it. I think that's all my goals. I don't know how long I've spoken for. I'm so sorry. I feel like that was a proper like word vomit on you of goals and thoughts and feelings and everything, but that is where I'm at. I'm gonna go and finish up editing my 2025 reset template, this thing I've got here, and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit so that I can build it into my like bigger Notion template that I've got. But that's the really cool thing about Notion, is that you can buy these free you can download any free templates you want and fiddle with them yourself. So I'm still working on my like entire life Notion thing. Let me know if you want it, and then I'll actually concentrate on refining it for public consumption. But I'm starting to get really pleased with it, and it's starting to make my life feel a lot more organized. So I'm gonna go do that, fiddle with this, and then I've got some editing to do this afternoon. My bookish video went up last night, which is great. Need to get Sunday's vlog edited, and then tomorrow I'm seeing Amelia, we're getting our nails done. Anyway, right, enough from me. See you in a bit. Friday. It is crazy how much of a better mood I'm in now compared to how I was feeling at the beginning of the week / last week. I'm feeling so much better. I don't know if it's the sunshine. We had beautiful weather yesterday. It's lovely weather today. It's meant to be nice like for the next few days, which is amazing. Maybe spring really is here. Or if it was like the goal setting that I did, or I just snapped out of it, I don't know. But I'm feeling so good, which is so nice. And it's probably also in part because today is such a nice day. So it's now first thing in the morning. We're gonna start making hot cross buns, because as I mentioned, they do take a while. So I need to I think I've already got the recipe up. So we're gonna make hot cross buns. Then we're going to get my nails done. I actually think I'm gonna get something maybe fun this time. We'll see how we go. Amelia's coming with me again, which is so nice. I think I'm slowly convincing her to get her nails done where I get my nails done, which means that every time I go, she comes and then she brings Livy. So it depends on how like Livy's feeling and if she is chill getting her nails done today, or if we end up having a crying baby, maybe I'll skip the nail art. But I was thinking I might get something fun this time. So we're gonna have a very girly getting our nails done, and then we're gonna get some coffee, and then, or rather hopefully by then, I've got a load of parcels which are arriving this afternoon, and then I can give you a haul of the fun things that I bought. Anyway, first things first is the hot cross buns, because they take a while. So I think I should have most things. The only thing I know I don't have is the chopped candied peel. I've got, I think we do have sultanas. No, we don't. We've got raisins though. This pantry needs a clear out so badly. And it's kind of rush hour because it's first thing in the morning. Let me see if Deliveroo could bring a couple of the ingredients. Oh no, okay, they don't have what we need. Right, we're gonna pop to the shops quickly, get our supplies, and then we'll get baking as soon as we get back. Right, we're at the shops. If you're not singing along to Girly Pop on your way to the shops, what are you doing? This weather is just amazing. Back. Move those things out of the way. We need the recipe up. It's so nice having my what do you call it? Goodness sake, it's so nice having my vision board as my background. Wait, how do I look? I've now got it as the background on my laptop. So nice. Right, okay. I didn't really need that much stuff, but the stuff I did need was quite essential. So I've now got my mixed fruit that we need. I got some extra eggs. And I got some like bread rolls for me, and maybe you do for lunch, I don't know. But I also got some chia seeds. That is also not for this. Strong white flour, because I don't think we have the strong stuff. Some normal milk. Let's look up step 1. We can get cooking. So the reason why this recipe takes a while is because you basically have 2 proofs. The first proof is for an hour and a half, and then the second one is for another hour. In the past, I've left it for even longer than that. So we've got at least 2.5 hours worth of proving, and then only 20 minutes in the oven once it actually cooks. So it's such a nice one to do on a spring day when you basically know you're just going to be pottering around the house. You can start in the morning, prepare your dough, and then just like enjoy the day. When it comes to actual Easter, when it's a bit warmer, like at the end of April, it's such a nice one to do with family, because in the morning you can wake up, put the dough in the oven, spend the day outside doing Easter egg hunts, and just pottering around the garden, doing whatever it is you're doing, prepare your roast, whatever you're doing for Easter, and then they're ready in the afternoon. So you can have like a cup of tea and a freshly baked hot cross bun in the afternoon. And it's the nicest thing to be able to do on just like a chill at home day. Anyway, right, I'm gonna get baking. Let's do it, let's get the dough prepared. Yeah.
something like.
Exactly. And even to be able to sit here and just have like the fresh air.
You're living for a lap. You're a literal definition of a lap dog. The literal
Cute.
Like, is your arse just that good, or is it those What the hell? It's not fair. Hi, Hi, Pete. Do it again. That was the cutest thing. Wave. Hi. Look at that. It's Cameron.
I'm not your monkey. I do it when I choose. I do it when I choose.
Hey. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. She was fine about it, but she walked in like with a thing wrapped around, like cat bleeding, like flapping.
Is she
She did it, she's waving.
She's happy now.
Happy.
Okay, the hot cross buns are now on their final prove. They're taking so long. Amelia and Livy have just left. We had the nicest time. Honestly, we always get so carried away. Went to get our nails done. I got the usual. I was debating obviously getting something like floral and pretty, but I think I'm gonna do that next time. I'm gonna leave it one more before we go for floral nail art, and we're sticking with just Bubble Bath by Ab for now. But before we go bake the hot cross buns and finally enjoy them, I have like 100 part one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 parcels here, and I have been on such a shopping ban. I haven't done anything in so long, so we're gonna open everything and see what it is that I've got. That one feels like hard to open. Let's start with the ones that are already half open. So I did a bit of an ASOS shop, which I mean, I haven't bought anything from ASOS in so long. I mean, probably years, but I have been desperate for something yellow, and especially like a yellow cardigan. Couldn't find one, but I did find this little yellow waistcoat thing. Don't you think this is so cute and so spring with the little bows? Let's try it on. Okay, I think it's quite cute. I love the colour. It's like exactly what I wanted. That like butter yellow, just like sunshine springy colour. I could maybe have had it a bit bigger so it's a bit more like loose, more like a waistcoat sweater vest thing. It also is quite cheap and you can kind of tell. I can just put it over a t-shirt, then I can just wear it by itself with like some little denim shorts in the summer. Thought it could be really cute. I'll sit with it and see how I feel. I always sit with my purchases before I fully commit to them, but this was purchase 1, a little yellow spring waistcoat. Purchase number 2, because you know me in a cardigan, I got this. Oh, such a cute colour. This, it's almost like a peach, but like a proper baby pink cardigan that's almost in a peach. And to be honest, I would probably take off the top that I'm currently wearing, but we're gonna leave it on today because this is not a full styling situation. We're just trying on what we got. Well, it feels nice. Okay, I actually think I kind of love this colour. Look at this baby pink. It feels so like soft and girly. I think I love this one. It's definitely like a bit more of like a croppy one. It's really cute, and I think like the pearly, like the slightly pearly pink buttons are so nice. Cute! Okay, this feels very comfortable. Like I could just now leave this on for the rest of the day, right? What is next? I'm praying that these should just be a slam dunk. Oh, I forgot I got that top as well. Yay! Right, okay, next is a pair of jeans, and I'm hoping that I love these, because I'm hoping that they are the exact same fit as the jeans as like a pair of jeans that you already have that I love so much. I was like, I really want them in a different colour, because I've got them in like the mid wash, whereas this is like the lighter wash, which I also thought was like nice for spring, summer. I get the Curve Love. These are the Curve Love wide leg, I believe that's what they're called. I always get stuff in Curve Love. Yeah, this is the Curve Love wide leg high rise. So I'm gonna just quickly try these. They fit well around like the bum and the waist. Abercrombie jeans just fit me the best. They're like so perfectly like I am a 27. I'm a 27 waist at Abercrombie, and like it just never misses. Always have to do the squat test in jeans. Oh yeah, comfy, and sit on a chair and test it all out properly. Okay, yeah, I feel like these are really good. I feel like these are probably a slam dunk, and I'd basically wear them exactly like this. I mean, a pair of jeans. A pair of jeans and a little cardi. And these also fall really nice at the cardigan, hits at the exact right spot. The only thing I find that can be a tiny bit inconsistent is the length. Like these ones feels like maybe they're a tiny bit short, like just a tiny bit short. Maybe not, maybe they're fine. Maybe they can like go down a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's better. Okay, love. And then a top, which might actually replace the need for the ASOS one, if this one feels like better quality, which I'm imagining it will. It's a top, not a waistcoat, but it's very similar, you'll see. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. Okay, right, let's try this on. I love this top. It's so soft. It feels like I'm not wearing anything. It's so comfortable. It's like slim fit, but it's like not tight. I love the way this bit like kind of flares at the bottom, just around like where I'd have a little belt buckle. This is the back, just like fully, like full coverage back. Does it look cute? I think I love it. Stop! Can I buy this in every colour? Stop, I actually think I love it. It's so nice. Maybe I'll have to get this top in every colour. I don't know how many colours it comes in. I will obviously link all these things so you can get them. This is my biggest recommendation so far. This top feels amazing. I think I know what's in here. This is not clothes, but I'm very excited about it. Yeah. You know what it is. Oh, finally, I'm reunited. So, my favourite sunglasses have always been Le Specs, actually. They've been Le Specs for years and years and years. They are the best, in my opinion, like high quality sunglasses that aren't like crazy expensive. And I just love Le Specs. Anyway, my favourite pair of Le Specs sunglasses, I wore them. I took them with us to Italy when we got engaged last summer. And we went swimming on our final day in Positano, and I got like smacked by this wave. It was probably one of the more embarrassing moments of my life. I got like smacked by this wave, rolled up onto the beach. There were all of these tourists that all stopped and like took pictures of me get completely wiped out. It was not my most elegant moment. Anyway, my sunglasses were lost to the sea. So they were gone forever, and I've lasted since June last year just wearing these like big frame, which there's nothing wrong with a big frame, but like they're £10 from, I think, Mango, which I do love Mango sunglasses, but anyway, I just really wanted like my nice sunglasses back. So these are I'm pretty sure these are Outer Love. There's two styles that are very similar, Outer Love and Work It, but I'm pretty sure, in fact, I'm 100% sure these ones are the Outer Love, but here we go. New sunglasses, which just, oh, the quality is just so nice. They're just like so slim and delicate, but don't feel like they're just gonna snap. And they fit my face really nicely. Like some sunglasses are just really wide on my head, whereas I just feel like these are. I feel like they come out the side of my face, like the exact. Anyway, here we go. New sunglasses. New top, new jeans. Bring Ellen is here. Okay, and then one final thing, which really just completes it as a whole outfit. I can't believe I've done this. I've literally just bought a complete outfit without even really realising I was doing that. Very final thing is a pair of shoes to complete the full fit. Ooh, the base of the shoes is not the colour I thought. So I got a new pair of Sambas and I've been looking for a white trainer. Does anyone else think that because coloured trainers have become so popular, there's just like no white trainers on the market at the moment? I've just not been able to find any. I've been looking in all my usual places, and unless I'm willing to spend like hundreds of pounds, which I'm not, I can't find a pair of white trainers. Anyway, I don't have much green in my wardrobe, and I thought green, yellow, I'm just adding more colour into my wardrobe, but in like little ways. That's the goal. And so these just have the little stripe, a bit of suede on the front. My problem with Sambas is this is the bit that always gets really grubby. Green in the middle, so you'll see like a little bit of it around your sock, but otherwise just a good trusty pair of Sambas. And I thought these ones were really nice. This came and Cameron said it was for me, but I have no idea. Well, okay, I do know what it is because I've just now looked at the top. It's something from Zoflora. Oh my gosh, I think it's PR. That's so kind of them. Clearly they are also telling me. I should have received this at the beginning of the week when we were doing our clean. Nice, their fan favourite fragrance flower shop is back in bloom. What have we got? Wait, let's just bring the whole thing out. They've done it like a bunch of flowers. That is so cute for PR for cleaning products. You spray it and see if it actually smells any good. Oh, nice, very fresh. Thank you, Zoflora, for the hint. Go clean your house, Ellen, which we've done a good job of this week. Right, I am going to stop prancing around in my new clothes. Sadly, put my old clothes back on. Doesn't it feel dodgy to put your old clothes back on at the end of the day after you've taken them off? I might just have to like put a baggy t-shirt on now and we'll go and finish up the hot cross buns. They'll definitely be ready by now. And then we can sit down with a cup of tea and just finish our day with a nice freshly baked hot cross bun. Okay, we've compromised with PJ top and we put my trousers, which are basically leggings, back on, which I think is fine considering all I'm doing tonight is working. So comfies it is. Right, let me show you where they're at. They've risen so well. I was very paranoid after the first proof that it had not worked again after the whole cinnamon bun thing. If you were here for that, it was a total disaster. But these are looking so good. It's definitely not my best batch ever. I can already tell that they're not, I show you that I'm all falling off. They're not as puffy as my batch 2 years ago. Guys, it was incredible. But I'm happy with this as a first batch for this year, and then I can have another crack at it for actual Easter. But look how good they look. Now they've all puffed up. I basically do it. I prove them until they've all puffed up so they're all touching. So if you remember how they looked before, they weren't touching at all. Then the next step is I've just made my little flour and water paste, which is literally just flour and water. I don't have a piping bag. To be honest, I should buy myself some, but I never remember, and I always just use a little sandwich bag as my piping bag and just snip a really small bit off the corner. So I'm going to start piling my paste into here for us to do our crosses on the top, and then we can get these baked. The final steps. Okay, so I forgot that my oven is extra hot. This side is extra hot. So some of these are looking a little bit burnt, which is a shame considering we were so close to the finish line. Oh my gosh, is that like, oh no! But in general, I think these are looking really good. They're not done, they are not finished. This is not the final step. So we have one more step and then we'll give them a try. Okay, they've now had their final touch, which is a glaze of golden syrup. I actually can't believe I've burnt them. That is so disappointing. It's this row that's a bit of a disaster. These ones are all fine. These ones are all shop worthy, in my opinion. Well, we haven't tried them yet, but it's this side of the oven must have just been so hot. Because I mean, even the ones on this side are fine. It's literally just these sad three. Oh well, my brother will eat them. I'm seeing my brother tomorrow, so he'll enjoy those. Right, let's try one. Okay, let's like break one of these off. Still so hot, but I just must know. I must know. Maybe I'll actually wait. Maybe they're a bit too hot. Okay, I'm gonna give them like 5 minutes because I still want to eat them warm, but I want to make sure that any like additional baking that's going on inside is finished. So, okay, 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. My impatience ran out. Definitely still warm. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I think it's pretty good. Slightly more tightly formed. What's the word? Like tightly baked than my best ever batch. I think that's pretty good. We've got some nice like, gosh, it's way too hot for me to have opened this so far. We've got some nice fluffy like air pockets in there. I think that's pretty good. Okay, taste test.
Thank you, less wonky.
I know those ones are burnt, but for the non-burnt ones, there's something about making them yourselves that gives them this like kind of crispy top and then like really soft middle. And it's just so good. I haven't even put any butter on. They're just warm with all the golden syrup on top. Look at that texture. The berries are falling out. It's honestly so good. It's really like, I don't know how to show you, but I promise it's like really light and fluffy and but so nicely spiced. Give them a go if you've never made them before. Oh my gosh, seriously yum. Right, I have to stop myself before I eat all 12. Right, I think I'm officially going to leave this week's vlog there. I have a feeling this is going to be extremely long. I think I've got hours of footage to get through. If you are still here at the end of this vlog, then leave me a comment of one of those little yellow daisy emojis, just so I can see you and say hi, because you've put in a proper shift this week. I hope you've enjoyed spending the week with me. I love spending the week with you. I am so excited for next week's vlog. It's going to be another weekly vlog next week, and it's such a good week. We're doing like a full girls' day tomorrow to kick off the week, so I'm going to start the week tomorrow, and we're back to wedding dress shopping again. So we're going to have more wedding dresses in next week's vlog, which is so much fun. So I will see you then, but for now I'm going to go sit on the sofa, pour myself a glass of wine and get editing. But thank you so much for watching. Happy March. Thank you for resetting with me. I hope you have such a lovely first week of March, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.